Well, I came over to the far side of 7-Eleven to try to get the wind off me a bit, keep the wind from blowing up my ass, and it's almost nearly as bad over here. And I got to watch the sunset. The wind is already moving as faster than they claim it's going to move tonight. So I don't believe a fucking word they say it's 62 right now. Actually, they said it's 59, and it's more like 55. I don't know where the fuck that I keep saying it's. I think tonight it's not going to be as easy as last night. Last night I was warm, but it was also pretty much windless. And I didn't really sleep because of the hyperuria. And hopefully that won't happen because I've only consumed about I've consumed less than 50 ounces of water today. That's really in coffee. I haven't drank any water at all outside of coffee. And I think my other two, the blankets at Starbucks. Funny thing, Starbucks today, their business was off 90% after I made a negative report about them wetting my blankets, etc. Don't know if there's any causation there, but there certainly is a correlation. And I'd say with the radiational cooling, they're calling for 38 degrees tonight. It'll probably be closer to 34. And the wind speeds, they're saying gusting up to 9 miles an hour from 7 or 8. It's more likely going to be 20 to 30. They're so fucking far off on their weather forecasts around here. But it doesn't look like a pretty night. And it is for some folks. I guess if you got a nice house that you inherited or pretty much was handed to you because you can put in a 20-hour week of writing code. I don't want to really hear it. You know, most of the people that work in high tech, they discovered during COVID that they don't really need to even be in the office anymore. That's why they're trying to, they actually work so little. So many of them told me, particularly like in the Cherrywood neighborhood, they told me that they usually didn't have to work more than 2.5 hours a week is their actual work time to pull down salaries of $250,000 a year. So I see why there's a lot of angry young people in this world who are busting their ass like over at Starbucks. But then again, you didn't follow the trend, and nor did I. So 3 minutes. I'm just trying to pass time while the hypochondriacs get through with the fucking. Because there is still, well, I can look over there. No, there's exactly about the same amount of people as there is staff and patients at the hypochondriac clinic as there are customers at Starbucks. As you can see, there's one customer waiting in line at the drive-thru. That white car over there is actually an employee. And I guess those are probably also employees over there. So there's 3 employees in there for closing. And somebody just busted a cap, if you could hear it on my. But it's legal for them to discharge weapons. That's on the Pfluger Farm area. There are rural areas within this municipality where you can legally discharge. And then right on the edge of it, it's a lot of discharge of firearms. That don't bother me. This ain't East Austin. Anyway, it's kind of look like a long, miserable fucking night of fighting the wind again. I've got to find another place that's out of the wind, but I've studied the architecture around here. They're pretty much lined up with the prevailing wind flow is usually from the west, and then either it stalls during summertime and stuff like that. You rarely get southerly breezes unless they're southwesterly. You rarely get stuff that's straight out of the south or straight out of the east. And if it's coming out of the north, it's usually going to be super freaking cold. So I'm pretty sure they're off on tonight's forecast. I've taken up way too much of your time. I don't really have anything entertaining or educational to say right now, so I'm out of here at 5 minutes and 15 seconds.